Hello and welcome back everyone. Into this video, we're going to talk about target audience. So we are in the 7th chapter, which means we are almost halfway through. I hope you're liking this so far. By the way, if you want to check out the Udemy course, you can check it out in the description and you can get a certification for this, if you want. And if you're already on the Udemy course, then I'm glad that you're here and thanks for taking the course and, being part of this. I hope you're still having a lot of, enjoyment and excitement. And today we're going to understand typically how to understand user audience. Okay. Now, when I say user audience, it means how do you define user audience? Okay. And I'm going to take an example of one of my favorite things, which is on my table, which is my lovely iPhone. Okay. So we're going to understand how Apple did this and what sort of audience does Apple attract. And yeah, without any further ado, let's dive into it. Okay. So target audiences, let's move ahead. There are two kinds of audiences, okay? One is a primary audience, and that's going to be a first round of design, okay, which is going to be about, what audience are you attracting. Then you have secondary audience, which is going to be second round of design, okay? First of all, when you're designing something, you need to make sure that the primary audience is satisfied, okay? Then you need to think about the secondary audience, okay? Now, let's take an example of the lovely iPhone, okay? This is an old image, but now we have better iPhones. Yeah, I mean, iPhones are still good, but yeah, better than this. So, primary customers, music lovers, okay, absolutely. Apple Music, that's why Apple Music feels much more better than any other app. Consumers, which are going to be students, okay, which means that students are going to be, the ones who are going to go to uni, who are going to go to school, who are going to study. That's just still your audience, okay? Then you have your moms, okay, who are your consumers because, they care about their kids and they want to teach them FaceTime and things like that. Want to get on a call with them, track their health on Apple Watch and things like those. Then you have the teachers, okay, which are going to be which are going to be, using the MacBook, using, the iPhone and all of these things, which are going to be there. This is just a little constrained, environment. This is more aligned towards, education in perspective. So that's why you see a lot of examples for these. Then you have the parents, of course, in case you have, want to monitor something, then you have this same orientation as well. Now, when I talk about all of these things, you kind of understood what I am trying to say. So let me just come back here. Yeah. So when we talk about primary audience and secondary audience, you need to break it down in such a simpler way that you know what sort of primary audience are you attracting, okay? People who are into camera, people who are into photography, people who are into, any other things which are there. All of these are, kind of audience for the iPhone. But the main differentiating factor is that you need to understand which is your primary and which is your secondary audience, okay? Your primary audience are basically the people who want to have a reliable phone, okay? You want to make a phone or you want to have a phone which is very reliable. That is your primary audience. And that can be, businessmen, okay? People who are working and, have a lot of information on their phone that they don't want to get sealed. People who are, into any sort of education industry who want to make things, who want to manage a lot of PPTs and things on their phone as well. And things like those, okay? Of course, then you can have the secondary market, which is of people who are into photography. Okay, that's why iPhones come with 3 cameras these days. Okay, and really good picture quality and editing, powers as well. And then you also layer this up with music lovers. Of course, that's why you have Apple Music and things like that. So the whole idea is, and the whole idea remains that when you're talking about a software in particular or any sort of application, you need to understand what exactly are you trying to solve, okay? What is the primary audience and what is the secondary audience? I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, happy learning and peace.